I sold everything. Yes, you heard that right. I cashed out almost my entire modern Pokemon card collection. The chase is over. The alt arts? Gone. Sword and Shield era cards I spent thousands of hours and dollars acquiring, all liquefied. Now, I didn't go completely nuclear here. I did keep a few of the cards I graded myself. The PSA 10 Moonbryons and a couple of other Evolution VMAXs, cards that have sentimental value for me. But these aren't just cards, they're trophies from the grading gauntlet, and let's be honest, they're some of my favorite artworks, period. But the other 200 or so amazing, high-value, highly collectible alt arts, they're all gone, out of the collection. Stick around, because I'm going to walk you through why I did this, and it's going to surprise you, because it's not about the money. And if you stick around till the end, I'll show you exactly what I did with the mountain of cash that I got. And I know what you're thinking. I can hear the comments now. This guy just threw away free money. These cards are all going to go up in value. You're going to regret this in 5 years. And you're right. You might absolutely be right. I probably just sacrificed between $5,000 and $10,000 of potential growth based on how these cards have been trending. But here's the kicker, and I mean this sincerely, I don't give a f***. Let me explain the thought process, because this decision wasn't impulsive, it was a philosophical one. The Pokemon TCG and modern Pokemon specifically are bigger than ever right now. But is it actually a good thing for the hobby? A lot of new people have flooded in, which is great, but a massive chunk of those new entrants are only here for the money. They're here to scalp, resell, and hype every single product that drops. And this is not just an annoyance for us collectors. It's an existential problem for the most important customers of Pokemon, the kids. You've probably heard this sentiment before, but my perspective is a little different because I'm an OG Pokemon fan. The very first pack I ever opened was a Base Set 2 pack back in the late 90s. I got into Pokemon because my friends in 5th grade were all about it, trading cards at lunch, battling over that chunky old school link cable. I have indelible fond memories of that time. Now, I got out of Pokemon for, 10, 15, 20 years. But let's fast forward. Like many of you, the pandemic Pokemon rush brought me back. I was pretty fed up with Wizards of the Coast ruining the Magic the Gathering game. And when the pandemic hit, the nostalgia videos, the old pack openings just hit me right in the soul. I grew up a poor kid. I couldn't afford much back then. I got packs on my birthday or by mowing people's yards. Now, as a 30-something data scientist making mid-six figures, I can actually afford to get the cards and packs that I want. But the why hasn't changed. It's still about those childhood memories. It's about the chase, the community, and the fun. Now, try to imagine what a kid fan must be experiencing right now. YouTube is feeding them content about sky-high prices of packs and cards, hyping them up to pull a Moonbryon or Mega Charizard EX, but they can't even buy a single pack with their allowance. Packs aren't even on the shelves because grown adults are buying them all. Also, keep in mind, kids today are all about instant gratification. If they can't get packs off the shelf at Target or Walmart, guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend that allowance money on something like Robux or some other digital, accessible, and instantly enjoyable thing like a game. So what happens if years of new Pokemon fans never get the experience I had growing up? The simple, joyful experience of being able to go to the store and buy a pack of cards and enjoy Pokemon. Well, that means fewer kids grow up to be kids like me, fans who are willing to spend serious money on the hobby later on. Yes, all you people out there scalping are making a ton of money right now, feeding into the hype and cashing in. But what happens in 10 years when no new organically added fans have joined the hobby? Do you really think that mass-printed modern cards are going to be in demand when we, the people in the hobby right now, are actively driving away and pricing out the next generation of Pokemon fans? So this is why I sold my modern stuff. I consider anything that isn't vintage to be modern, so Sword and Shield. And collecting those Sword and Shield alt arts was fun. It was a great challenge. But modern packs are just too expensive and the risk is too high to open. They just aren't fun anymore for me. They're just so damn expensive now. And I realized I didn't want to be part of the problem anymore. I'm done with modern. My true love of Pokemon comes from those old, crusty, WotC holographic cards I chased as a kid. So I sold everything. I know I lost money and opportunity, but guess what? I don't care. So what did I do with the money from selling a collection worth tens of thousands of dollars? I got these two epic vintage cards I've always wanted in high-grade first edition condition. Even as a kid, this Lugia was an absolute grail card. I can finally say I own a first edition graded copy. This Dark Charizard, a PSA 9 first edition, has been on my buy list for almost 2 years. I tried to grade one myself with no luck, but now it's coming my way. And I'm genuinely happy with my choice. I'm not here for money. I'm here to collect cards I always wanted, but I couldn't afford to pull as a poor kid. So I want us all to stop, sit back, and think for a second. Are we ruining the hobby for the next generation of Pokemon fans? Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I an idiot, or do I have a point about the future of the hobby? That's all for now, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe.